Hi everybody, I am Brian Mullins the Fox. Welcome to the commentary/rant video that I am definitely scripting after my numbers by the year video. I'm going to argue for and explain the top 5 reasons why getting rid of predator hunters can mean less predators in communities that are vulnerable, like the furry community, the My Little Pony community, the anime community, etc. I know I've entertained that suggestion before during my foray into covering the Fox Mafia Fallout drama, but instead of categorizing these reasons from least effective to most effective by counting up, we are counting down. And I swear to God, if this is the one video that will not just continue the progress of, but exacerbate the online predator hunter civil war, then I'm all for it. Number 5, with less LARPing, less of these quote-unquote predator hunters and poachers, either faking it because they can't get around literally doing it legally, fucking around for clout and publicity, or getting no justice served to the people at all, to everyone's chagrin, the better. If not, no LARPing or being predator hunters altogether. Here's my explanation for number 5. For quick and few examples, number 1, Coyote Lovely when it comes to the Zercarlo and hypnotist Sappho situation. Number 2, Caswarfox and his degenerate Fox Mafia when it comes to not just enabling the very issues with predator hunting that comes with being one in general, but trying to take down the big ol' Lio man because he obliterated their reputation, alongside with Call Me Nil and Dan Alec Chai. The list could grow eventually. Real quick, the reason why the part 2 wasn't out is because the fallout from his part 1 video is not just ongoing, there is a lot more juicier content to show for it for him. Number 4. With being a predator hunter, you would absolutely have to endanger the very minors these degenerate predators are looking for. The same case goes when it comes to zoophiles and zoo sadists. Here's my explanation for that. How can you just hunt down a predator without having someone either endangered by you, the predator hunter, or endangered to begin with before you got involved by the predator that you're trying to hunt down? That's just like you can't be a firefighter without the risk of having to render an entire house that got caught up in flames burnt down when it was already on fire to begin with. That's just like you can't be a police officer without the risk of having to be shot whilst trying to arrest and detain an extremely unruly crook, even with backup. And if you're like Thomas Guerra or Lio Convoy, who complains about minors and children always being involved in predator hunting or in the midst of a massive LARP or online conspiracy, bitch, what the fuck do you expect from them? Proverbially giving them candy without going anywhere near a white van? If you didn't expect anything like this to occur or have happened to begin with, you're an absolute fucking mongoloid. And whatever deity you believe in, have mercy on your soul. And if any of you Christians that boast about being the most consistent motherfuckers ever, you're not, and never will be. Nobody is perfect. Give it up. And by the way, telling someone to find God, something that doesn't exist, or a deity that doesn't exist, you're basically telling them to kill themselves. Why, you may ask? Since God does not exist, and there is no documented evidence or proof of his existence, you are telling them to not exist with him. Do you get the point now? You get what I meant, and I'm sure you know what I meant when I said all of that by now. A couple of examples. Number 1, Rosa Rey Ramsey. This spastic bitch decided to piss Lio Convoy off, then essentially told her to kill herself by telling her, find God, by lying about the time it took to realize that she and Rebecca Starlight were housing a known predator. It was 8 fucking months, not 4 days. And number 2, Rebecca Starlight. This is Rosa's co-conspirator when it comes to housing a known predator. But their plan to keep all of this shit under the rug, in other words, failed spectacularly. Number 3, the basis of predator hunting and troll shielding others for being exposed is absolutely terrible advice to advance any positive changes to any community that you choose to target. Now here's my explanation for number 3. Just simply, calling out communities who fall eerily goddamn silent when it comes to exposing predators is not necessarily them being in cahoots with predators in general. It's that it's not a reason to manipulate the very communities that you concern yourself dealing with when it comes to predators and pedophiles and zoosadists and zoophiles, whatever, what have you. This is not just terrible advice. Not only does it do nothing to make matters better, it only makes matters worse because it's really fucking manipulative to exploit an entire community or two for your own personal and social gain. To push a message that doesn't need to be pushed anyway, they are doing their job, fuckface. The problem is, they don't need your help. No one ever did, and those that say they did, or rather do, are also part of the very problem that being the predator hunters that they are, much less you, fucking created. Capiche? What's the point in exposing predators online when all you do nowadays is expose the very people that you not only trusted, but followed your advice to its logical extreme? Swatting is a crime. Raping kids is a crime. And getting someone killed is doubly a crime if it's the result of a tragic swatting or the result of a tragic predator hunting session gone wrong. That's how easy it'll go wrong. Number 2, don't bother contacting the authorities if you haven't had them involved to begin with. Here's my explanation for number 2. If something wasn't filled out right, if something wasn't dealt with properly, there's no need to bother contacting the authorities at that point. All of this because it's only gonna make matters worse and worse. I would mention Coyote Lovely again, but I don't want to repeat myself. And you can possibly be charged with a big old crime I will mention in number 1. So here goes. Number 1, you can't report a predator to the authorities if it's shown that they never tried to commit or have committed a crime to begin with. And even if they were predatory to begin with, you're not helping your case against them because you, unintentionally or not, can be their butt-fucking co-conspirator. Here's my explanation for number 1, which is the final one on this long-ass list. Sure, you can bait them, but what else does that prove other than you being just as manipulative towards the communities that you've sworn to help, if not more so than being a non-offending quote-unquote predator or pedophile? It makes no positive difference at all. Even worse, however, predator hunting in general can go so wrong, it makes the quote-unquote victim or quote-unquote decoy, no matter which, in any of these situations, pray for early access to dick or pussy if the predator is a female, be they at the age of consent, depending on the state, or not. I'm not saying that's okay. In fact, I'm saying that's wrong, and that should be preventable, but it's not if you fuck up this bad. I'm saying it'll just be a simple way for vulnerable minors or children to get first-hand experience of what will be the most traumatic and biggest fuck up in their lives. Something that they will never be able to fully live down for the rest of their lives. If the evidence is faked, baseless, and can be used against you, the predator hunter, if it results in either a fatal swatting or non-fatal swatting, which again is a felony, after they've been publicly doxxed by one of you, or one of them if you're not a predator hunter yourself. It is legally possible, no matter what state you live in, as a predator hunter yourself, to be charged with conspiracy to either help solicit nudes from a minor or contribute to the crime of a predator, whichever one they commit, be it child rape, or at the very worst, get the victim or victims killed in the process, which will add a first-degree murder charge to the list of charges that you may face, if not second-degree murder, if you're the co-conspirator of the very predator that not only is facing the first-degree murder charge, but the same one that you're bothering not to hunt down and report to the police to begin with. You, as a predator hunter, scare the predators as much as you scare the rest of us. The less predator hunters we have, the less predators will exist, not just on the internet, but IRL as well. I don't exactly know how many people that I'm going to get on the bad side of, but it's worth making this video. I just want to make this one thing clear before I end this video, for all of us and our sake. This isn't an instant or immediate and permanent solution, but a gradual yet more effective one. One that's more effective than predator hunting has never been for the better of us and society. It's not perfect. More and more people are dense enough to take either the predators or predator hunters' bait if they're minors, or even worse, children themselves. That is all for today. I am Brian Mullins the Fox, signing out. Goodbye.